When you wake up to this kind of stuff and you're coming from sort of atheistic background, one of the questions that keeps coming up is, what else was I wrong about? It became a big theme when I was, sort of researching. The main thing that I was interested in was just researching other people's experiences that were similar. And that led me into all sorts of places. Obviously, the near-death experience, people have such similar stories, There's all kinds of psychedelics out there, and, there's sensory deprivation, there's fasting, there's so many different ways that can trigger these kind of experiences in people. And so that was a big theme, just trying to understand, okay, so this happens. People can have these overnight awakenings. I had a friend that I was trying to wake up, he was suffering, and I kept trying to shake him loose. And I had this monumental experience, and this friend of mine was living overseas. I tried to explain these things to him a little bit, but then eventually he made a visit. He comes over, and I have this crazy look in my eye, and I'm telling him this crazy story. And he's like, yeah, that's wild, dude, but, didn't really, I wouldn't say it affected him necessarily, at least that I could tell. But through this conversation, he eventually, he's like, dude, you sound like Eckhart Tolle. And I'm like, who's Eckhart Tolle?